Welcome along, fellow time travelers and strange historians. This time around, we're going to travel back in time to check out some of my favorite historic photos of John Lennon at Tittenhurst Park. This is part 3. Before I begin, please like and share this show and kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now please join me around the campfire. This show is going to be a little bit different from my other ones. I am going to show you some historic photos of Tittenhurst Park as well as images of John Lennon and Yoko Ono at Tittenhurst. But I'm also going to incorporate this really fantastic film footage that I never even knew existed until a couple of years ago when it was put out along with the track of Isolation by John Lennon and the Plastic Ono Band. When I saw this, I was floored. And so I'm really hoping that Yoko Ono and her team will put out more footage like this if it's available. Because for people like me and people like you, this stuff is priceless. So let's get rolling. Getting started, obviously this is the mansion at Tittenhurst Park, and in the foreground is the statue of Diana. On the bottom right hand side, you can see a set of 3 windows on the left and 3 windows on the right. That is to the White Room, which you've seen in the Imagine promotional film, with John Lennon seated at that piano and Yoko Ono walking around opening up all the shutters, letting the light shine in from the East Side Gardens. And here's a photo of John Lennon and Yoko Ono after having their hair shaved off. And you can see the windows on the bottom, which is that White Room, and you can see the windows above it. And that is where we're going to be spending our time today. This is a floor plan that I put together. Now, the floor plan at Tittenhurst Park has changed quite a bit. John and Yoko always seem to be tearing down walls, and then obviously when Ringo moved in, he made his changes as well, but this gives you a general idea of the layout. The area that I have highlighted is John and Yoko's bedroom, located on the upper floor of the mansion. So this is where the footage begins. It starts off with this really attractive clock, and then it pulls back, and you see a table, and then you see a fireplace, and then you see that radiator right there. Some people might say radiator, radiator, radiator. Let me know in the comments below which one you say. But you see that window? I know this sounds strange, but you've seen that window before. You've seen it in this photo, and you've also seen it in this photo. You've seen these photos before, right? If you haven't, please let me know in the comments below. Returning to the floor plan, once again, you can see that is the bedroom on the far right-hand corner, and the arrow shows the location of the window that we just saw and the location of the fireplace. And then as the camera pans to the left, you can see John and Yoko's bed. Now, of course, I don't know what your bedroom looks like. Well, depends on who's listening, I guess. But anyway, I don't know what your bedroom looks like, but chances are, listen, make your bed, for crying out loud. It's the best thing to do in the morning. Make your bed. It's one less thing to think about in your mind. It clears your mind. It's done. Pick your stuff up off the floor. Put it in the closet. Put it in the furniture. That's what you tell your kids, right? That's what you would tell any kids. Once you're an adult, I'm not sure the justification of having stuff laying all over the floor like that, but anyway, it seemed to work for them. Either way, you can see the beautiful view outside their windows of the East Side Gardens. And we've got this great photo of John and Yoko seated in their bed, and as you can see, the shutters are closed on the windows. I believe this photo was taken by photographer Tom Hanley. I have a question for you guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. John Lennon was one of the coolest dudes to ever walk the face of the earth, right? And we saw how he used to dress in the 50s, right? Really cool, yeah? And then he was in, the Silver Beatles, right? The Beatles. And, they're wearing that black leather, right? So really cool, really hip, really progressive, real manly, right? And then 1967 comes along, right? 1968, you've got all these hippie clothes coming along. They've got the Apple store, you've got the Fool making their clothes. And John Lennon's just really cool. And then something happened. What the hell kind of sweater is that? John! Baby, John, my man, John, brother, what the hell are you wearing that dorky freaking sweater for? And those pants, good freaking God, man. Who is dressing John Lennon at this point in his life? I don't know. Still a cool dude, cool haircut, right? He's got the cool glasses. Everything's fine. Still cool. But that sweater. Oh, my man. Please, John. You gotta get rid of that sweater, brother. You gotta. All right, let's move on, shall we? And now as the camera pans, you get a better idea of the incredible size of this bedroom. And you see the door on the far left that's open. That leads to the bathroom. We're going to be going there in a bit. And then you've got this other door right there that leads out into the hallway. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in a minute. And then the camera goes back. You can see John Lennon's television right there in front of the bed. And then the camera goes forward. And so as we go on this little tour of John and Yoko's bedroom, we get an idea of the size of the white room, which is directly underneath. And so as we approach Yoko Ono's desk, we can see that that is where the white piano was located, directly underneath. And here's another view of John at the white piano with the shutters open, looking out on the East Side Gardens. And then I've got this exterior photo, which was kindly shared with me by a fan of the channel. And if you look up on the far left-hand corner, you can see the windows to the bedroom. And then you've got that window right there, which is the window at the end of John Lennon's bedroom. And then you've got the window in the center, which is the bathroom. And then you've got another window on the far right, and we're going to be going in there as well. So returning to the footage, we see the north-facing window. And then the camera continues going, and we see that piano right there. Now, what confuses me about this particular shot isn't the creepy old piano. It's what may or may not be behind it, because I think that there might be a fireplace behind that. And I'll show you why. Here's a photo that was taken by photographer Michael Putland. This is in the white room on the ground floor. And to the left of where John Lennon is sitting is a fireplace, as you can see right here. And then if you look on the far left, you see the doors to enter the white room, which are directly below the door to enter John and Yoko's bedroom up above. And so, yeah, you've got a fireplace right there. And so if there's a fireplace right there, there is a very good chance that there would be a fireplace up above as well. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And now back into John and Yoko's bedroom, we see the open door that leads to their bathroom. And then you see the closed door, which is to the hallway. And then on the far end, you can see an open door that actually leads down. It steps down another level. And John and Yoko had a kitchen put up there. And that way they could be in their bedroom, doing whatever it is that they did in their bedroom. And they could go to that kitchen right there on the upper level next to their bedroom, without having to go through the hassle of going downstairs and across the mansion in order to get to the kitchen down there. This is a screenshot from the Imagine promotional film, and it shows Yoko walking along the upper floor hallway, and on the right-hand side is the door that goes into their bedroom, and on the left is a wooden banister. And so here you get a good view of that door leading down to the kitchen. And now we enter their bathroom, and you can see their famous round bathtub, and you can see the cameraman in the mirror. And so returning to the floor plan, you can see obviously the bedroom on the right, And in the center, you can see the location of the bathroom. In fact, here is a photo of John and Yoko seated in their bathroom, with the round tub behind John and the toilet with the seat up. Wonder who did that. Returning back to the bathroom, you see that window right there? That is that window right there, above the main entry to the mansion. John Lennon's bathroom. I don't know how many bathrooms you've seen of world-famous multimillionaires. Chances are they all look like that. Or maybe they don't. And then here's a room on the other side of the bathroom, which at one point was a bedroom, but John and Yoko used it as a large walk-in closet. And this is the location of that room right there. Now, once again, the floor plan to Tittenhurst Park has changed quite a bit. And so the one you're looking at right now isn't exactly as it was when this film footage was shot. As I said, walls came down, walls went up. Doors moved here, doors moved there. And here's a shot of the mansion from the northwest. And this is the location of the room that we just saw. And this is another view of the exterior. And that is the window right there of the room we were just in. And on the ground floor beneath that room was the location of the billiards room. And in this photo, you can see John and Yoko there. And you can see that massive bookshelf. And if you look on the far left corner of that portion of the bookshelf, that actually opens up to a secret door that leads to a hallway that goes to the kitchen. I hope you're enjoying this video showing photos of John Lennon at Tittenhurst Park. Before I continue, can you please do me a favor and like and share the show, and kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Those things really help me out a lot. And so now we'll return to that room. And once again, directly underneath is the billiards room. And here's some tchotchkes. And there's the window overlooking the main driveway. That door goes towards the bathroom. And then you've got this door here that goes into a smaller room. And then you have a mirrored door right there. And you can see that opening. Not sure how that's opening. Some sort of magic trick. And you can see more of their clothes right there. All these cool clothes. All these awesome cool clothes that John had. And he was wearing that ugly freaking sweater. I don't get it. All right, so now we go into this hallway. So this area is actually very interesting to me because the house, as I had mentioned, was originally built in the 1700s. Then there was a fire. Then it was rebuilt in the 1830s. And then it was expanded upon. And so originally, it seems unlikely that there was this staircase descending down from this upper level. If anything, this should have just been another room on the same level as the one that we were just in. But that's no longer happening. Instead, it's descending down to another level. And then you can see we're entering another bedroom. And then there's a door to the left. And that actually leads to a platform right there. And so those stairs actually go up to John and Yoko's bedroom. And if you take a look at the floor plan, this is where we are right now. And so yeah, you've got those stairs leading up to the top level, and that door right there leads into John and Yoko's bedroom. This is a screenshot taken from the Imagine promotional film. Behind us would be the lower level main entry of the mansion, and you would ascend those stairs, and if you turn to that door to the right, that's where we just came from. If you turn left, that goes up to John and Yoko's bedroom, and then if you go straight, that goes into the new wing of the house that was later added. And here's that screenshot again showing Yoko Ono walking down the hallway with the door to the right, leading to the bedroom. And then here's a grand sweep of that whole area. And now it picks up inside of the area where John and Yoko had a kitchen built. And if you went up those carpeted stairs right there, that led to John and Yoko's bedroom. And so now we go out to the balcony, and this is the location of that. And now we're outside. And in the distance, you can see the beautiful cypress tree where the Beatles were photographed on August 22nd, 1969. And now we're out on that upper patio. And as you can see from this photo of the Beatles taken on August 22nd, 1969, there was no railing or any furniture up there at the time this photo was taken. And this is an image from the Imagine promotional film, and as you can see when this was shot, that railing also wasn't there, nor was there any furniture at the time. This photo was taken during the time that Ringo owned Tittenhurst Park, and as you can see the railing was still there. And the film continues along the upper patio, and you can see the windows for the guest bedrooms, and you see a grand view of the incredible gardens and museum of trees. And as you can see, this photo was taken on the upper patio where this film footage was. And in this fantastic photo taken by Dan Richter, you can see John and Yoko, who both, by the way, look really attractive here. And I don't know the date of this photo. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments below. But as you can see, there's no railing or furniture up there when this photo was taken. And now we return to that film footage. And you've got the sweeping view of the gardens. You can see the cypress tree right there. In the distance, you can see the statue of Diana. And then that is the window that I showed you earlier that John and Yoko were posing in front of. And so when you look at this photo of John and Yoko, you can see the location of that window. And the camera continues sweeping around. Whether or not any doves ever lived in there, I have no idea. And so here we are going back to the entry to that upper patio. And once again, this floor plan shows where that footage was taken. And here's another great photo that a fan of this channel was kind enough to provide. This photo was taken in the 90s. And as you can see, it's a different railing there. This one's a little bit more ornate, and the porch below has been enclosed in glass. But I'll talk about images of Tittenhurst Park after Ringo sold it another time, which by the way is really fascinating stuff. This photo also was kindly provided by a fan of this channel, and this shows Tittenhurst Park as it appeared in the 90s after Ringo sold it to the Sheik. And you can see the descending stairs leading down to the east side lawns. And obviously on the ground level is where the White Room once was, where John Lennon filmed the promotional video for Imagine. And the windows on the top was the location of John and Yoko's bedroom once upon a time. And on the far left you can see the railing to the upper porch, where we just saw really great film footage and some photos. And so that's pretty much it. I want to thank you for joining me on this time travel adventure to check out some of my favorite historic photos and film footage of John Lennon at Tittenhurst Park. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because there will be more videos like this one, and I hope you check those out too. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. Specifically, I'd really appreciate it if you could become a member of my channel and or join me on Patreon. You could also leave a super thanks in the comments below. Kindly be kind to all non-human animals, and please don't eat them. They don't like that. Remember, for the benefit of compassion for all living things and their own health, all the Beatles chose a plant-based diet. And please do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.